Hey guys, good morning. I'm Karen Yankovich, and this is your daily Make $1,000 Today video. And as you may have figured out by now, if you've been following these, we're trying to do every other day, whereas it's a tip from me, and the opposite day, it's a tip from somebody in my, whoops, hold on guys. I'm trying to watch this on LinkedIn as well so that I can see who's commenting, whatever. You can comment on Facebook, you can comment on LinkedIn. I'm not sure what comments I can see and can't see. If I'm not responding to you, it's not that I don't love you or want to respond to you, it's that I don't know what comments I'm seeing or not seeing. Good morning, Erica. So Erica Blocker and I are actually going to be part of a virtual podcast summit this weekend, indiepodcon.com/virtual, I think. So if you Google Independent Podcast Conference, you can find that. So you guys should check that out. If you've got any interest in being a part of a podcast or starting a podcast, being a guest on a podcast, definitely take advantage of this free conference this weekend. It's going to be epic. It's all weekend long. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's exciting. Erica, if you can find the link to that, drop it in the link. Erica's on the LinkedIn feed. Drop it on the LinkedIn feed so that we can, so people can join that if they want. So what I wanted to talk about today in the Make $1,000 Today video series is what can you teach? And I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going to give you a 2-second background on why we're doing these for those of you that this is your first video. A few years ago, I was part of a mastermind, and when we would get challenged or feel stressed or just down on our businesses or ourselves, or we tried something and it didn't work, which happens a lot, right? Somebody would like kind of lovingly poke one of us and say, how can you make $1,000 today? And I know it sounds like a lot of money to make in one day, but I'm not saying you do this every day. I'm not saying that you have to do it every day. You certainly can do it every day. Let me just be clear. But there are definitely ways to shake money out of your business. And when I saw all of the talk around the stimulus checks that the government of the United States is talking about sending out to people within certain income ranges, I really wanted to kind of just let you know that there are ways to do this consistently, that you don't have to wait. Like, we don't have control over how much or when or if the government is sending us a check. We don't have control over whether or not our employer is going to continue to pay us or not, right? There are certain things we just don't have control over. But what we always have control over is our personal brand. Right? We always have control over what we bring to the world. And we live in unprecedented times. And I'm not talking about the virus and the craziness around that. I'm talking about the fact that we can use tools like these social media tools. Like, I pressed a button and I am broadcasting live to Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube, right? And it's, I do use a paid tool to do this. I'm using StreamYard, but you don't need to use paid tools. There's so many things, there's so many resources out there that you can do for free. So taking control of your personal brand right now and really developing a strategy on how you can generate income for yourself, for your family, for generational wealth, right? That only is dependent on you is something I'm so passionate about. And that's why I teach LinkedIn marketing, because I think LinkedIn really is where you can shine that personal brand, where you tell the world how amazing you are. And all of those things play into your ability to generate consistent income that is only dependent on you showing up. You don't have to worry about other people and who is, whether they're going to pay you or not, whether you're going to get a check from the government or not, when that check's coming, is your landlord going to hold off your rent? Are they not? Some of us are landlords, right? What do we do when we want to support our renters, right? But we can't if we need their money to pay our mortgages, right? So, Philippe is saying it's not the time for just such a live. I disagree, Philippe, and I honor you do not have to join me for this. I honor that you're not feeling good about this. I think it's the perfect time. I think it's important that we understand where there's so many things we don't have control over. I think it's important to understand what we do have control over. So what I want to talk about today is what you can teach. And I've done this. Some of you guys might have joined me last year. I was doing every month I would do a workshop, a paid workshop. It was $47. Every month I would do a paid workshop on some digital marketing topic. And, in some cases they were like, I teach LinkedIn marketing. So obviously a lot of it was LinkedIn, and some of it was like LinkedIn for realtors. You know what, like when your camera's on backwards and your hair's in your face, right? These are like digital marketer live video problems. When so I would come live every month, because there were things that, even though I teach LinkedIn marketing and that is where my passion is, that is what I'm good at, that is where I bring the most value to my world, to my clients. I also, I use Twitter really well. I have a lot of Twitter followers. There's things that I can do that I can support audiences. So I did a lot of teaching LinkedIn marketing, but I also taught some other topics, because people would ask me for them. They would be like, can you just give us a little bit of how you're using Twitter? So I created a $47 workshop series. Now for $47, you need 20 people to make $1,000. Okay. It is not hard to find 20 people that will pay $47. So what is it that you can teach? And it doesn't have to be marketing. It can be marketing, right? But if you teach, like, listen, I just keep thinking about our poor, I have 4 kids. If this happened 20 years ago, I would be in big trouble. I was a single mom. I had 4 kids. I was working. I owned my own business. I had a whole staff of employees, right? If you look at my LinkedIn profile, it's Infinity Communications Group. It would have been a nightmare for me. So I think about those poor people that are, especially now you have to homeschool your kids on top of all of that, right? But here's the thing you need to remember when you are thinking about this. It's not about trying to take money from people or to use this time to, take advantage of people when they're in their desperate need. It's not about that at all. I am doing these live videos every single day for free. I do a weekly workshop every single week for free, right? I do a podcast every single week for free. I provide an enormous amount of free value, but at some point I have to start charging for things so I can continue to pay my mortgage, right? So what can you teach? So maybe it is where I'm going to circle back to my, where I was going with these poor, like these these moms that are working from home and supporting and trying to homeschool or facilitate distance learning for their kids. If you said to me, Karen, for $47 on Saturday, I'm going to do a workshop. It's going to be 2 hours long, and I'm going to teach you how to batch cook for your family. You're going to get, for this upcoming week, you're going to get you're going to get shopping lists, right? You're going to get recipes. They'll be modifiable if you're gluten-free or whatever, right? There's all kinds of things that you can do. So StreamYard is telling me they're having trouble sending this to Facebook. So hopefully this is going to Facebook. So what can you do? And yes, could you do this for free? You absolutely can. But we value what we pay for. And these these moms that are getting a paycheck because they're working from home might be willing to pay $47 to do this once a week with you. And if you can get 20 of them to be in a nice tight group of 20 people, maybe they can support each other, right? Maybe they can support each other through this. It's not an internet full of people. It is a tight group of people that are there for a common goal. So that's just one thing you can teach. Teach them how to meal prep for the week. And can I Google that? I can. Can I figure all this stuff out for free? Are there tons of free resources for this? There are. So 100%, I do not need to pay you to do this. But if I'm a busy working mom that are dealing with my kids being home all the time right now, I'm happy to pay you $47 for you to make this easy. So I don't have to Google it. You've made all the mistakes already, right? I will pay you so that I don't have to make all the mistakes that you've made, right? So that's just one thing you can teach. I've seen people saying, who can teach me how to make pasta while I'm home, right? So there doesn't have to be marketing things. But here's the thing. If this is a place that you are looking to build a career around, you need to show up like an expert, right? When people ask me to teach Twitter marketing, I had 100,000 plus Twitter followers. So clearly this was something that I did consistently, right? So it gave me credibility for people to feel confident in investing in me. Right? So Kathleen saying, my yoga teacher's giving free online classes and I want to pay her. Kathleen, don't you see what I'm saying? Like, it is not, we're feeling like I want to pay them. I'm not expecting my landscapers to come and mow my lawn and not pay them, right? So if they want to throw me a bone here or there, I'm happy to do that. I tip really well. I'll be sure they'll be sure to get their money's worth out of this, right? But understand that I'm not saying you can't donate your time. I'm saying that there are lots of people out there that want to pay you for your time, okay? And when you do that, think about what extra services you could give those people. That small group of 20 people that you're going to do this thing for $50 a month will bring $1,000 a month into your world. Maybe you could do 2 groups, right? Now you're making $2,000 a month, okay? You're bringing a small group in and you're taking them through this time. It doesn't have to be related to the social distancing world we're living in now. It can be, hey, like Joe Pardo's putting on this virtual podcasting conference. It's completely free. By the way, he's got some sponsors. I totally recommend, if there's a way to donate to Joe, to do this. I spoke to Joe last night. He's sick. Hopefully he does not have the coronavirus. Hopefully you don't mind me saying this, Joe. But I was like, go to bed, man. Take a nap. Go get some. You got a long weekend ahead of you, right? So, feel free to if you're getting support from these people, like if Erica's talk inspires you, then find a way to invest in Erica. But if Erica hasn't done the work to make it easy for you to invest in her, like Kathleen's yoga teacher has, I don't want to pick on your yoga teacher, but she hasn't done the work to make it easy to invest in her, right? Then you're not giving the service you're giving. Right? So what can you teach and how can you create a package around this? Here's the other thing I want to just share with you, because, of course, I also run a for-profit business, but I'm not done giving you free value. I'm doing a weekly workshop. So these daily videos are hopefully going to inspire you to just get some ideas on how you can be still shaking money out of your business and supporting the people that look to you as an expert, right? So that they feel good about their life. They're building out and creating a business and a career and a life, and they're supporting their family, and they're thriving in these crazy times, not stressing to the best of their ability, right? So what can you be doing for that? That's what these daily videos are. But I also want you to be ready when somebody says to you, I love these weekly batch cooking my meals. What would it look like if I hired you for a day virtually to help me clean out my cabinet, kind of have snacks on hands for my kids, clean out my refrigerator, right? Like what can I do if I want you more? I want you to be ready for that. I want you to be ready when someone says to you, I want more, okay? Because they are going to want more from you if they love what you're doing here, right? So these weekly, how do you make, your $5,000 offer.com workshops are designed to brainstorm with you. Like, again, if you're inspired to do this batch cooking that I shared today, right? Or it could be painting, it could be cake decorating, it could be anything, right? I want you to be ready with your $5,000 offer. So this weekly workshop is teaching you how to create a $5,000 offer. It's teaching you how to use LinkedIn to create the brand that positions you as worthy of that investment, how to find the right people that will want to make that investment, and how to help them now to be clients of yours. So this weekly workshop, it's your5koffer.com. We're doing it every week. I'd love to have you in it. Erica, I'm so happy that you're inspired from this video series. Please share it with all of your friends. We're going out. I actually got notifications just now that it did not go out on Facebook. So we're only out on, and actually when I logged into StreamYard today, it said to me, like, basically, holy crap, the internet is exploding. So we are having some trouble keeping your streams, active. So I'll do what I can to get it on Facebook later. But just know that I'm here to support you in whatever way I can. I would love for you to share this video. I would love for you to join me on your5koffer.com. We're doing this every Wednesday. I'd love for you to join me there live, because what we did at the end of the workshop, I kept the workshop to under an hour. I tried to keep it well under an hour, but it's hard. But after it, I stayed on for like another half hour to just brainstorm with people what their 5K offers could be. And I'm there to, listen, this is a service I charge for, right? This is one of the things I charge $5,000 for. What is your offer? It's the very first thing I teach at any level you work with me on LinkedIn. You can't create a LinkedIn profile that's profitable if you don't know what the end goal is, right? So I want you to know what that is. I want you to create that plan. I want you to have a profit plan every step of the way of what you're working. Doesn't mean you can't serve people. absolutely does not mean you can't serve people. But it does mean that if you're ready with a bigger offer, that you're serving more people and you're supporting your family and your life in the world. And it's like just win, win, win. So thank you for being here with me today. You know, my puppy's over here. I don't know if you hear her saying, "Let's go out, Mom." So I'm going to go take the dog out for a quick walk. And you inspire me. I'm happy to be here with you. Please share these videos. And I hope to see you on Wednesday at the Your 5K Offer Workshop.